That's my shit.
Hello, and welcome. This will be the first review I'm doing like this, so let's make it a good one, right? Avengers Infinity War came out over the weekend. I went and saw it yesterday, and I'm still trying to process everything that happened in the movie, and I'm trying to figure out. I know I liked it, but how much and why is what I'm still trying to process. So let's dive into kind of how I see the movie. So going in, I think we all kind of knew there was gonna be a lot going on, a lot of characters, which can be hard to film and give a story for all of them. So I was worried about that, and I think they did a good job with it. Um, Much like in comic books, um, you have to kind of go here and go there and jump over here and jump over there, and you want to do it in an order that makes sense, and you want to do it. You don't want to have, how do I say it, uh, things that happen to the same character back to back, I guess. So you want to go from, let's say you wanted to go from Rocket and Thor to Steve and Black Panther to Iron Man and Spider-Man, and so on and so on. You don't want to go, Thor does this and Rocket does that, and then also Thor does this and Rocket does that, and then go back to, you want to keep it moving. So they did a good job with that. Um, there was enough action. I think it could have been a little bit more, just a touch, just a scotch more, I guess. But I think they did go with it. And unlike the Transformers movies, it was pretty clean for the most part. The only time it got a little muddy was when they were in Wakanda and all the little space dog things or whatever. It got a little hard to gather what was happening there. Other than that, all the action was pretty clean. You could tell, Doctor Strange is standing over here, and here comes Spider-Man, and then Peter Quill comes in this way and flows him the finger and all that. So that was done really well. I guess let's talk about Drax. I'm not a huge Guardians fan. I think they're okay. They're Marvel Universe, and much like Star Wars, there's always going to be. I automatically like it. Now, where it sits compared to the other movies and other characters and all that, Guardians for me is on the low end of the totem pole, much like Rogue One and probably the Han Solo movie will be in the Star Wars universe. Um, so I actually thought Dave Bautista did a good job with this one. I have not really liked him much in the other Guardians. I think he wasn't a good actor. And it's a little bit overboard, I guess. I don't know. In this one, it wasn't as bad. The corniness to it, the I don't understand anything kind of Sheldon Cooper style, I guess. He doesn't understand fully what everybody's talking about. He doesn't get sarcasm and all that kind of stuff. This one was a little better. Actually made me laugh when he was standing still eating the chips or whatever the hell it was. I also don't really care for what's his nuts, Chris Pratt, that much either, and he was all right in this one too. I suppose he was okay. I guess I don't know. He's the weak link. Like I said, the Guardians are the weak link to me. I know a lot of people really love the Guardians, and that's cool. For me, it just doesn't click for me. There was enough fun, Okay, so if you saw Thor Ragnarok, and a lot of people, including myself, thought it was too funny. Comedy's usually good, but there is a line. This is a superhero movie. You want action. You want a little bit of quips here and there. You want a solid story with the characters and all that. I think Ragnarok is the best Thor movie. I doubt anybody would disagree with that. I'm sure there are random assholes out there that would disagree, but I think it is the best Thor movie, despite the fact that they went a little heavy on the jokes. This one had a nice balance of that. There were enough jokes. It wasn't overly crazy. Um, so that was good. I am Steve Rogers. I mean, that made me laugh pretty good. Let's see. Could have been a little more Black Panther in this. And I don't even really like the Black Panther movie as much as everybody else did, but I would have liked to seen a little more out of that character. But that's okay. You know, I'm grasping at straws on everything. I'm going through my thought process here. Thanos, I think Brolin did an awesome job with it. I really wasn't sure how they were going to play it. I like that they tried to make us see his point of view. I don't think they quite fully accomplished that. So the best villains are the ones where you're like, all right, I see where he's coming from, but he's wrong. Okay, so like Magneto, for instance. I mean, I think everybody can be like, all right, yeah, I mean, humans are assholes. I get it, man. Although you're like, Xavier's got the better idea as far as let's try to unify and all that. So I like that they tried to get us on his side at least a little bit. But I don't. Maybe a little more backstory would have helped with that. They went into it a little bit, and maybe they will in the next one. They'll get into it a little more, but they didn't go deep enough into him for me to give a shit that he was upset about killing Gamora. I don't like the ending, and I know you're saying, "Well, there's going to be another movie." Yes, I'm aware of that, and I actually think that Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and Wasp possibly have. Obviously, those movies aren't out yet. We haven't seen them. But I'm trying to figure out if they're going to coincide with this timeline, like what's happening in those movies is going to happen while this is going on. I think Captain Marvel will be afterwards, right? If you stayed and watched through the credits, and if you didn't, like, you're not a fan. Don't ever come again. Don't go to a movie again. If you didn't sit there through the credits, clock out. Get out of the Marvel Universe. You don't belong. Okay? Yeah, I said it. So we'll see. I mean, it's pretty obvious that however they play this, Spider-Man, Black Panther, they're coming back. I mean, they already have those second movies planned, right? So they got to be coming back. Guardians has a 3 planned, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure. So they got to be coming back. And I was already thinking this, but I watched some stuff on YouTube. Well, I watched one video on YouTube to confirm what I thought is that Doctor Strange knows what's going to happen, and that's why he did what he did. This is the only way they can win. I think if you think about it for a second, that's pretty obvious. But you never know, man. I mean, I didn't think... I kind of thought Cap was going to die. Thought he'd be one of them to go. I didn't think they would kill off all of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They did that. Or Spider-Man, or Black Panther. So they must have a plan in place to either A, fix it so that people are back before the next movie comes out, because it's May 3rd, 19, right? I think that's the date I heard. Okay, so Ant-Man and Wasp, I'm assuming Captain Marvel comes out before then too. Maybe not. Maybe. Pretty sure. So maybe they'll have it fixed by then to have the characters back. Of course, Black Panther 2 and Spider-Man 2 might not be planned for, until after that anyway. I don't know. I haven't looked at the dates. What else can we talk about here? It's cool that they put Eitri in there. I thought that was neat. Killed Loki pretty cool, I guess. So that still puts me on how much do I like it. Not as much as Civil War. I think Civil War is the best one. I think Spider-Man Homecoming's right after that. So where does Infinity War stand? I'm still unsure, honestly. I think once the second part comes out, they complete the story, I think then I'll know how important this one was to what they're doing next. Now, if I'm basing it solely as this movie, pretending that none of the other ones exist and there's never going to be another one, I'd at least give it a 4 out of 5 Buseys. It was entertaining. It was funny. I actually don't even like Thor that much compared to a lot of the other characters. But when he came in with fucking Stormbringer, like, that was legit. Like, I've never been like, oh shit, here comes Thor. And this time I was like, oh shit, here comes Thor. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the previews, did they not have Hulk running behind Captain America? I could have swore I saw that image. So if they did that, and then obviously that didn't happen in the movie, because he was in the Hulkbuster. Good for you, Marvel. I like that. Showed us something, and you're like, nope, that's not what happens in this movie at all. So I enjoy that, if that's what they did. I didn't like that they called Vision Viz, or whatever. That was dumb. They've never called him that before that I remember. And it's Vision. It's like one extra syllable. It's not even, it'd be like calling Thor like Th. Just, it's Vision. Call him Vision. Elizabeth Olsen was good. She's really, really pretty. Bucky is Bucky. I don't even really understand why people think like he's cool. He's okay, but whatever. Tom Holland is great as Spider-Man. I really liked seeing the Iron Spider suit. So that was pretty cool. Like when the legs popped out, that was pretty badass. I got pretty excited over that one. Did they take it too far with the nanotechnology? I would say maybe. I think they took it maybe a little past where we should be. But whatever, it's Marvel. So I guess I'm gonna be done talking about this because I can't think of anything else. I thought it was good. I like it a lot. I don't love it. And I try to go into movies being skeptical. Like every movie I walk into, I'm like, this is going to be the worst thing ever. They're going to ruin everything. And that typically only happens with Michael Bay movies and Chris Pratt movies. So, cool. So, comment below if you disagree or agree, or if you have any other ideas or caught something I didn't catch. Throw a comment down there. Tell me. Subscribe if this is on the YouTube. If it's on Facebook, like the page. So I'm backwards. So subscribe or like. It's probably up here if it's on Facebook. Also go to cutthroatcomics.com. I have my own comic books and books and all that kind of stuff you guys can buy. And I guess we'll see you probably after Deadpool 2. Bye-bye.